St. Augustine is known as one of the fathers of the Catholic Church and in general in Christianity. But he offered a really interesting view on love. And whether you believe in God or not isn't entirely paramount, but you'll see the relevance for both theists and atheists. Augustine said that we love things, we love people, we love God, ultimately to get pleasure or happiness. That God made us with a sense of incompleteness that can only be completed by specific things. So there is, let's say, a hole in my heart for burritos, and that's meant to be filled with burritos. It's limited, it's small. The peg was made for the hole. I have to love myself, and self-love in a healthy way is legitimate. I have to love other people, and I have to love God. And what Augustine says is when one of those holes hasn't been filled in our life, we tend to fill it with other types of things. So let's say I haven't had the love of a very important person in my life. I might try to fill that with something else. Food, sex, love of myself. Is that going to work? No. And what's going to happen in the process is the object that I'm trying to use is going to get messed up, and I'm going to get messed up. Might become an addiction, might become a pathology. So Augustine says that we firstly have to have God's love in our life, which sets that stability. Then we have to have healthy self-love, healthy love of other people, healthy love of objects and activities, etc. When our love is ordered, then our lives will flourish. How does this apply to an atheist? Well, even if God doesn't exist, firstly, we might have to pay attention to the fact that we do have a desire, many of us, for something transcendent. And be careful about how we try to fill that, because it might become obsessive if ultimately there is no huge thing like God to fill it. But in general, look at the ways in which people live their lives. They've lost a relationship, or they didn't have love in a certain circumstance, so they try to fill it with something else. We see it throughout the lives of the people that we care about. When we're lacking one healthy love, we try to fill it with something else that's insufficient, and it becomes messed up.